11 signs he likes you after your first date. So, you had an amazing first date, and now you're sitting there wondering, was he really into me, or was he just being polite? Maybe he laughed at your jokes, maybe the conversation flowed effortlessly, or maybe you even caught that spark in his eyes, but how do you know for sure if he's thinking about you as much as you're thinking about him? The first date can be a thrilling whirlwind, and it's easy to second-guess everything, replaying every little moment. Was he just being nice, or was he genuinely interested in you? Don't stress, though, there are plenty of signs that can clue you in on his true feelings. Does he want a second date, or is he just being polite? Is he already losing interest, or is he eager to keep the connection alive? In this video, we'll break down the top 11 signs that show he likes you after your first date. From how he communicates to how he makes you feel, every little detail matters when it comes to figuring out his intentions. So, if you're ready to uncover whether your first date was the start of something special, keep watching. You'll walk away with all the clues you need to decode his behavior and find out if he's truly interested in seeing you again. But before we begin, welcome to another video from PSY Insight. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more social psychology videos, and drop a comment saying, "I subscribed," so we can give you a warm welcome. Now, let's get into it. 1. The conversation was easy and natural. Did the conversation flow effortlessly between you two, or did it feel forced? If you found it easy to talk with him, with little to no awkward silences, that's a major sign he's into you. But here's the real question: did he seem genuinely engaged, or was he checking his phone every few minutes? When a guy is into you, he'll be present in the moment. Did he make consistent eye contact and respond with excitement, or were his answers short and distracted? If he leaned in closer, smiled often, and seemed genuinely interested in everything you said, that's a pretty strong indicator that there's something more than just small talk happening. Now, think about this: did he turn off his phone, or at least keep it on silent, so that he could focus on your conversation? That's a sign he's invested in you. Or did he suggest a quiet place to sit so you could hear each other better? If so, he was making an effort to connect. So, did he try to make sure you both felt comfortable and engaged, or was he distracted and disinterested? The way he made you feel during the conversation speaks volumes about his interest. Did you feel like he was actively listening, or was he just going through the motions? 2. He asked lots of questions. Have you ever been on a date where someone barely asked you anything about yourself? It can feel like pulling teeth, right? But when a guy is genuinely into you, he'll be curious about who you are, what you love, and what makes you tick. Did he ask thoughtful questions about your passions, your hobbies, or your life experiences? Or did he stick to surface-level stuff like your job or where you live? If he dug deeper, asking questions like, "What was your childhood like?" or "What's the one thing you're most passionate about?" that shows he's really trying to understand you on a deeper level. Here's the kicker: did he ask quirky or playful questions to get a sense of your personality, like, would you rather be famous on social media or retire early and live off the grid? When a guy takes an interest in the real you, that's a sign he wants to connect with you beyond just surface-level attraction. And here's something interesting: if he was asking more about you than talking about himself, it means he's really trying to win you over. Does this sound like a guy who's just being polite, or someone who's looking to get to know you better? 3. He tried to impress you. Have you ever noticed how a guy might suddenly start sharing his best qualities or achievements when he likes someone? If he went out of his way to show off a bit, whether it was holding the door open for you, paying for the meal, or telling you about his passions and successes, it's because he wants you to see him in the best light possible. Did he tell you about his job and how driven he is? Or maybe he mentioned how much time he spends at the gym, hoping you'd be impressed by his physical fitness? If he made a point of showcasing his qualities and skills, it's not just because he wants to talk about himself, it's because he wants to make a lasting impression on you. Here's something to think about: did he ever make sure not to interrupt you while you were speaking, letting you share your thoughts without jumping in to talk about himself? That shows he's being thoughtful, considerate, and genuinely interested in what you have to say. If he made sure to be a gentleman or demonstrated any small acts of kindness, it could be a subtle way of saying, "I want you to see the best in me." So, did he try to impress you in a way that made you feel special, or was he just doing the bare minimum? 4. He flirted with you. Flirting is a classic sign that someone's attracted to you, but sometimes, it's easy to miss the subtle hints. So, ask yourself, Was there a lot of playful banter? Did he compliment your looks or your personality, or even give you a cheeky, "You're so much trouble"? Or did he find excuses to touch you, like brushing your arm or touching your shoulder? These little physical cues are a clear indication that he's into you. But wait, was it just about physical attraction, or did he also compliment your energy or sense of humor? If he was constantly making you feel good about yourself, that's a major sign that he's emotionally engaged. 2. Did he give you that mischievous smile or a lingering glance? And what about his body language? Did he lean in when you spoke, making it clear he was physically and mentally tuned into you? Here's the real question. Did he make playful comments to tease you and create some fun tension? Like saying, "Are you feeling all this chemistry too?" If he's testing the waters with flirtation, it's a pretty good indicator that he's interested in taking things to the next level. But how did you feel during those moments? Did you feel like he was genuinely enjoying your company, or was it just surface-level banter? 5. The date went longer than expected. Have you ever had a date where you thought it was going to wrap up, but then suddenly, he suggests sticking around for more time together? If he was eager to extend the date, whether by suggesting a second stop or asking if you wanted to grab a drink or continue talking, that's a clear sign that he's enjoying your company. Did he say something like, "I know we plan to end at 9, but my schedule's free. Want to hang out a bit longer?" If he didn't make any excuses to end the night early and genuinely wanted to spend more time with you, it means he's feeling a connection. But here's something to think about. If he didn't try to rush off and gave you the option to keep hanging out, it means he values your time together. So, ask yourself, did he seem eager to end the date, or did he leave you wanting more? If he was asking to extend the evening, then clearly, he didn't want it to end. 6. He ended the date with affection. Did the date end with a hug, a kiss, or some other form of physical affection? Here's the thing, ending a date with a gesture like that takes some courage. And if he did it, it's a huge sign he likes you. Think back, was there an obvious moment where you could tell he was holding back, maybe waiting for the right moment to kiss you? If he took that step, it shows he's feeling a real connection and wants to leave you with something to remember. But wait, did he keep things light and sweet with a hug instead? Or was he more hesitant? Maybe he didn't kiss you because he was shy, or maybe he respects your boundaries. Either way, if he initiated any kind of physical affection, he's likely interested in taking things further. If he didn't kiss you, don't worry, it doesn't necessarily mean he's not into you, but perhaps he's playing it cool and waiting for you to give a little more feedback. So, did you leave the date with that butterflies in your stomach feeling? Or was it more of a see you later moment? The way he ended things is telling you exactly how he feels. 7. He texted or called you right away. Okay, this is one of the clearest signs that he's into you. Did he text or call you soon after the date? Or did he wait for a few days? If he reached out within a few hours, or better yet, as soon as you got home, he's definitely thinking about you and doesn't want to play games. He's not following some 3-day rule to keep you wondering. Instead, he's making it clear that he's interested. Think about it. Did he say something like, "I had an amazing time tonight. I'd love to see you again"? Or did he casually reach out, mentioning something fun you talked about? That's a sign he's eager to keep the conversation going and isn't afraid to show it. But what if he waited a bit? Well, he might not want to come on too strong, but it's still a good sign he's thinking of you. So, ask yourself, did he make the first move to reach out? Or was it you who texted first? The timing and tone of his message reveal how eager he is to keep the connection alive. 8. He told you he had a great time. Did he make a point to tell you how much fun he had on the date? Or, better yet, did he express excitement about seeing you again? When a guy genuinely enjoys his time with you, he'll let you know. If he shared specific details like, "I really enjoyed our conversation about topic," or "I can't remember the last time I laughed that much," that's a strong sign he's into you. Sometimes, the way a guy talks about the date is just as important as how he talks about you. Did he tell you he can't wait for the next date or how he's already looking forward to more time together? If he gave you positive feedback, it means he's already thinking about taking the next step. And if he was specific about what he liked, that's a sign he's been reflecting on your time together. So, did he give you a genuine compliment about how amazing the date was? Or did he just say something vague? 9. He connected with you on social media. This might sound like a small thing, but when a guy is interested, he'll want to stay in touch beyond just texting or calling. Did he ask you what social media platforms you're on? Or did he take the initiative and follow you right after the date? If he's actively trying to connect on social media, It shows he wants to keep the connection alive. He might share photos from his day, tag you in stories, or even slide into your DMs to keep the conversation going. Think about it, did he give you his Instagram or Facebook handle, or did he just ask to follow you so he could stay updated on your life? If he's keen on sharing his life with you in a more personal way, it's a good sign he wants to stay connected. But wait, did he try to keep the conversation going online after the date? Social media is his way of showing he's interested without the pressure of a phone call. So, did he make an effort to stay in touch, or was he quick to let you fade out of his feed? 10. He asked for a second date. This is the most obvious sign that he's interested in you. If he asked you out again before the night was even over, or if he followed up with a text saying he'd like to see you again, that means he's not just interested in having fun once. He wants to keep the connection alive. Think about it. Did he suggest a specific place or event for your next date? Like, how about next weekend? I know this great spot we can try? Or did he just ask, I had such a great time tonight, would you like to do this again soon? If he's the one taking the lead and asking for a second date, he's not waiting for you to make the first move. He's showing you that he's ready for more. So, did he make that move? Or were you left wondering if he wanted a second chance? 11. He just gives you a really good feeling. And finally, sometimes you just know. Have you ever had that feeling after a date where everything just felt right? If you feel giddy, excited, and at ease, then chances are he feels the same way. When two people connect, it's often clear right from the start. Did you leave the date feeling confident that he liked you? Or were you second-guessing everything? Trust your gut, your instincts will tell you if the chemistry is real. If he gave you positive vibes and made you feel at ease, then that's a great sign. So, how did you feel? Did you walk away smiling, knowing there was something special there? Or were you left feeling unsure? The feeling you get after the date says a lot about where things might go next.